Hello and welcome back to the Real Estate Roundup podcast. I am your host, Kobe Zinn, and I am joined here as always by my co-hosts, Tony Flores and Andres Martinez. How you guys doing today?
Awesome, doing
Awesome.
great.
Awesome.
That is awesome, man. So I am super excited for today's episode because one of our co-hosts, Andres, just got back from a really exciting event down in Cabo, Mexico with eXp Realty, and we are going to be recapping that event. And Andres is going to be sharing with us some of his experiences there and some of the things that he learned as well. Before we do that, let's catch up a little bit here with our co-host, and we'll start with you, Tony, on this one. So, what have you been up to this past week, and how you been doing?
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, helping a seller with their inherited property. We were able to get under contract. We had multiple offers. We were able to. We had so many offers. I had to kind of create a spreadsheet as far as offer amount, timelines when they wanted to close, inspection periods, and option periods as well, because all those things kind of come into play when we're talking about option period. Things can change. It can be a renegotiating factor. So we talked about a lot of the different possibilities, and was able to help them get this house sold. And so should we expect it to be closing as early as this week, because it's they've got a lot of documents already prepared. They have a special paperwork that's allowed in Texas if there was no probate. So I was able to help them navigate through that. And so looking forward to that. And then also working on a flip house as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Always stay busy and helping people left and right as always. But we'll just dig right on in because Andres, we know what you've been up to for the past week, and I can't wait to hear some of your experiences here. So why don't you just start us off and kind of give us a recap of what you've been up to this past week in Cabo, and what your experiences are, and we'll go from there.
So last week, like you said, I was in Cabo. Me and my wife are actually a part of a domestics team here at eXp. So we took the journey of this awesome mastermind. We decided to go together, and we both got re-energized. We're at a beautiful hotel, ocean view, and we got some time to relax. But we also got a lot of time to start networking with people all across practically the world. There was people from Canada there, people from Mexico, and people from all across the United States. And I was just able to just build a connection where if I ever need someone in a specific region, uh, thanks that eXp is a global brokerage, I'm able to service my clients, especially like my military clients that are transition all across the United States. Now I'm able to help them there. And then we also got to think, one thing that I had not thought about before going to Cabo is there are service members living overseas. Now that eXp is expanding into other countries, I believe it's 24. Now we'll be able to refer service members to agents in other countries.
Wow, that's really cool. I never
Yeah.
really thought about that as well. But just the networking in general, right, with some of these events have been really helpful. And I know Tony, you've been a couple of events as well. So is that something that you've kind of found at these kind of global events where you're going there in person, but everybody's coming in from the company out of all 90,000 agents? Is that like a big value for you as well at some of these events?
Oh yeah, for sure. As a matter of fact, I remember going to EXPCon last year, and I noticed somebody's name. It said they're from Texas, Corpus Christi, Texas, and I was like, I had actually already had a conversation with her because I had sent her a referral, and we were working a referral together, and actually saw her in person. So it was a really cool way to connect with her, because I had already had multiple conversations with her on the phone, and actually, hey, we were able to see each other face to face. And we're both in Texas. We're about 3 miles apart, 3 hours apart. But yeah, it was really cool. And of course, just networking, connecting with different people, and see what they're doing in their markets, and lots of fun, lots of great, of course, agents all across the United States. So certainly great to connect with them, and you have somebody that you've shaken their hands, and you can do business with them in the future.
Right. Absolutely. And you mentioned, having a lot of these great agents from all over the world kind of coming at these events and, educating and being able to connect with them. So one of the things, Andres, I know we talked about a little bit before the show was, some of the speakers that you saw at the Cabo event. So, what would you say are some of the biggest takeaways you got just from this, from the speakers and the actual training events that they were putting on at this eXp Cabo event, which, as we all know, is a lot of fun, but I know you got a lot of value from it as well from a business standpoint.
So a lot of good information that we got is the biggest thing with EXP is that your business does not have to be streamlined to one specific business. You could do coaching. I never saw coaching as a way to kind of uh, free yourself from your everyday transaction, but being able to help other agents grow and practically having a business while providing a service to agents. That's one of the speakers was kind of going over that information. And then I was actually lucky because anytime EXP comes to the city, we practically take over, right? We have a large presence. We're a pretty big brokerage. And I was sitting at the hibachi sharing a meal with the coach, and she was just explaining to me how it benefited her, how she was able to transition, and how happy she was on how she was able to help other people grow. So right now, as far as me as an agent, my satisfaction is helping clients, helping people grow, and helping them um, just have a good start or help them even sell a home. As a coach, you're helping the agents. So it's a different way to see the business, but it was pretty impressive. And I actually thought it was pretty neat. Something to look forward to one day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I know that was a big part. I know when you came over, Tony, was the ability to do a bunch of different things at EXP, right? Because you were an investor before you joined EXP. So is that something that you've seen as just when you after you came over here, a big part of what's keeping you here and a big value to agents who maybe they're in production now but want to transition into other business ventures into the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, as you know, our network, or our organization, EXP, supports a lot of the things that we can do as an investor, and then our organization within EXP as well, the Wolfpack and Invested Agents, and Lion League. So we're just tied by our interest in real estate, growing ourselves as far as investments and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely a big benefit. And I have heard from other agents from different brokerages that their brokers more are less, I guess, less supportive of things that people want to do individually for themselves, for their families. So I definitely think that being with EXP, it's awesome opportunity to further your interest in investing, fixing and flipping, and doing different creative things with real estate. So I'm super happy about that.
Right. Yeah, we were just talking about it earlier as well. You're doing your recap of the week where, you're able to do flips and also help people in different ways, even just from the real estate side of things. And there's so much that you can do at EXP, right? Like you just mentioned, Andres, there's success coaching and, just from the attraction side, right? If you didn't want to do coaching from a traditional standpoint, just attracting agents through the revenue share model, as a version of coaching as well. So it really is impressive what, just the amount of opportunities and services here at EXP that you're able to tap into as an agent. I'm sure you saw a lot of that, at the Cabo event as well. So I know one of the things that they really like to do at some of these events is really kind of give a sneak peek into some things that are coming. later on in the year with EXP and with just the company in general. So did you see any of that this year at Cabo at this event of things coming for the rest of 2024?
Yes, so I know there's going to be some build events, and there's going to be multiple events this year. And then also the big one that everyone's excited is eXpCon is going to be in Miami. So that's like an awesome opportunity to actually build relationships, right? And keep this bond that you build with people. Um, the one thing that I would like to share is a lot of people have a misconception about EXP when it comes to like agent attraction. They feel like, hey, EXP is out there recruiting. All they care about is adding people to their revenue share. What I'm going to tell you that this last 5 days that I spent at this mastermind, there were people that I'm not in the revenue share that are invested in my success and in my growth. And the culture at EXP is for everyone to be able to represent the brokerage as a successful agent. So I would always like to align myself with people that care about me and that want to help me. It's not a territorial company. Sometimes you join a specific teams or brokerages, and it's a competition, right? Everybody wants to be the top dog. At EXP, everybody wants to show you how you could be at the top right next to them. They want to show you how you can grow and how you can gain some financial freedom, how you could gain um, more time. Because the one thing we don't think about is as real estate agents, we could work really, really hard. We do everything for our clients. But the thing is, after we finish with our clients, we have to start all over again. And then most agents work transaction to transaction. With eXp, you're not working transaction to transaction. Um, are you taking care of your clients? Yes, you take care of your clients. But every time you close on a deal, you're able to invest some of that money and buy into the company. eXp agents also own a part of the company. And one thing that I would like to talk about is also like success lending. That's another part of the eXp branch that is going to be where the agents do own a part of that as well.
Right. So maybe explain on that a little bit because I don't think a lot of people understand what success lending is. So I know you guys talked a little bit about that at the Cabo Mastermind this year. So what exactly is success lending, and how are agents at EXP able to kind of take advantage of that as part of their business or services as well?
So, Success Lending is owned by eXp. eXp is owned by their agents. So, it is a mortgage or a lending a company that we have access to here at eXp. And then just in specific areas, it provides you with kind of the same service. What I like to compare it to, one thing that y'all know, guys, is that I do a lot of new builds, right? So every new builder has their own mortgage company, right? And then they're investing and making sure that their transactions don't fall through the cracks, that nothing's missed. So with Success Lending, it's kind of like an in-house lending company, and you have these events where you can actually be around, build these relationships with these loan officers. So if there's something that ever falls through the crack, you're able to communicate it with those loan officers. If there's a suggestion you might have that might help them um, ease a transaction, you could have that direct communication to where with most um, lenders, I mean, once it's in their hands, it's in their hands.
Right. And then you mentioned a good point there, which is, EXP agents are the owner of the company, but what people don't see from the outside looking in is, we don't just own eXp Realty, the brokerage, right? We own stock in eXp World Holdings, the parent company, which owns other companies, like you said, like Success Lending, like Success Magazine, Success Coaching, and even Verbella, which is the actual technology software that we have eXp World on, which is, I think that, in my opinion, is very powerful as well. So we're owning stock and equity ownership in the entire company and its different services as well. So that's, I think, a big distinction between a lot of people look from the outside looking in, which is we're not just owners of the real estate company, we're owners of the actually publicly traded company and all of its related subsidiary services and companies as well. And just to kind of go back on another point that you mentioned, Andres, there, which is, being able to, kind of go to these events and really feel that the entire company is there to help you, and people who are not even related to you directly in your revenue share line or team being able to help you and you be able to work with them as well. I know, kind of going to you, Tony, every single time we go to an event, I see that, everybody, right? Everybody at these events, whether they're affiliated with eXp or not, even sometimes it's just a referral partner. So, what has your experience been, just working with people who may or may not be related to you in your specific revenue share group, but you're able to work out, a business relationship with them, a mentorship relationship with them, or just, being able to kind of learn from them, whether they're a coach in the company or just somebody else who is, within eXp, just willing and able to help.
Yeah. Well, I'll kind of touch on, so really eXp, at the end of the day, we're a big family because, with so many of us that have taken advantage of the shares, of the stock and shares that we have with eXp, it only benefits us to help each other out. And there are many, many people within eXp who have built their own brokerages. There are many people who have built their own name for themselves, whether it be personal coaching, online coaching, or things like that. And so many of them tend to gravitate towards eXp because they're able to mentor people or continue their mentoring. But also, we actually get a benefit from that because we hear them speak. We get their playbooks, as you see. We get, they have slide decks and things like that that they'll share with us, because they know that if they help us, they're helping eXp. If they're helping eXp, it's going back to the stock and to grow our stock and to grow our revenue as a company. So they're happy to share with us so many different things. So that's why it's really great to go to these events, participate, take notes, and continue to sharpen our swords as far as having different tools and tools within our toolbox and having options for our clients. We're really doing ourselves and our clients a service when we take time for ourselves and for our business to go to these type of educational events. So I did miss this one, but I'm so happy that Andres went there and that he's sharing some of the feedback and some of the things that that they were able to do. So love to be able to be there with him next year.
Right. Yeah, I know, Andres. If you guys are checking out Andres' social media, right? One of the big goals you got going on next year is to actually be one of the speakers on stage for Cabo 2025. So we can't wait to see that. But we'll just wrap up here with this one, and Andres, we'll wrap up here with you, which is, for the people listening or watching this that they see we have these events going on all throughout the year, right? We have the Build event, we have eXp Con, we have the regional rallies, and then there's also, right, if you're not with eXp as well, or even if you're with eXp, there's other events and conferences going on. What would you say makes the Cabo event, the One Big Fire event, unique and special, and why should people be considering going to one in the future or even next year?
I think it makes it special because you're amongst your peers and people you look up to, but y'all are in a relaxed setting. You're enjoying. They have your schedule planned out pretty relaxed. So the first 3 hours of the day, you hear the speakers, you're gathering information, you're taking classes. They even have breakout rooms. But then anything after 12:30, everyone's either hanging around the pool going to an excursion, riding a camel, watching whales, or just hanging out on the beach. So when you're hanging out, everyone's in a relaxed state. And through casual conversations, you might be able to ask a question that you might be uptight or you wouldn't ask because you might not have that leisure time to get the answer needed. So what makes this event unique is that you're actually hanging out in a setting that affords you a little bit more time to possibly get the answer that you're looking for, or just a suggestion or some advice. And that I think that's one of the cool things about the event. Plus, you get pampered a lot. It's amazing, guys.
Yeah, well, you can't complain about that, right? So that's a really good point. And for anybody who is listening to this or watching this that want to come to one of these events in the future, make sure to reach out to Andres or Tony. Andres has a real good firsthand experience at some of these events, and you're absolutely right. That does make the Cabo event very unique and different, is that you get to have that leisure time, that downtime with people as well. So if you're watching this and you want to go to one of these events, make sure to reach out, and we will we'll help you get connected to either a discounted ticket or a ticket that we can help you get there. But Andres, do you want to wrap up with something else?
Yes, and another thing is, guys, don't think it's too late. A lot of people, I know it's been a tough market, right? It's not a secret. Everyone has been going through this rough market, right? Because I've had the proper guidance, I've been able to navigate and been able to help clients with get still good interest rates. What I'm trying to, what I would like to say is, don't think it's too late. Um, you might have invested some money. We all know we have board fees and that we have brokerage fees, and these fees keep coming, guys. It doesn't matter if you close or if you don't, guys. It's never too late to join EXP. It's never too late to rethink your road, or your how you're going to navigate your journey, as far as a realtor or even a broker. EXP is a great vehicle to help you gain your success. It's never too late. Like, I can tell you, I am probably the most excited and the happiest agent in the world right now. So
That's awesome. Well, I cannot have said it better myself. So we'll just wrap up on that note. For anybody watching this, again, make sure to reach out to either Andres or Tony in the description down below. And if you want to join eXp, then like Andres said, there's no better time than the present to do so and really take control and ownership of your business. But other than that, thank you guys. Andres, I'm so glad you had a great time in Cabo. And I'm so glad you're excited. And thank you for tuning in. And we will see you on the next show. Take care.
Take care, guys.